Welcome back, everyone, to episode 12 of the US series for Geopolitical Simulator 5. And this episode, we're going to concentrate on agriculture, energy, and we're going to do some infrastructure. So, first off, let's see. We're going to try to improve agriculture. All right, so we're already investing 6 billion. Let's bump this up to, I'm going to bump this up to 9 billion. Foul, let's see. Yeah, we're producing enough barely, but we're meeting our own demand. And let's try to improve coffee. So we're going to initially invest 2 billion. Oranges. I'm going to invest 3 billion. Alright, so we really improved potatoes. Let's go with another 2 billion for potatoes. And we're going to do 30 billion for vegetables. Alright, so we have the 3G nuclear power plants this year. And we have these fossil nuclear plants that have been around since 74 and 1970. So we're going to decommission these. And we're going to replace those with nuclear fusion plants, which should be a lot more efficient. And let's do one more. We'll put that one right there.
Analysis of the information we are getting needs time and thought. We don't want to take any risks. We have to be absolutely sure of the identity of the terrorists.
Alright, and real quick, let's go over to Yemen. So, I believe we proved our point, or we made our point. Let's see how many we took out. We took out about almost 22,000. And they have 9,400 left. So we're going to go ahead and
We are going to attack this.
we're going to have all units return to the naval base. Alright, so we just approved the nuclear fusion plants. Alright, so Yemen should be in a better position to deal with their own problems. Alright, now let's go to immigration. So we're we're going to change legislation for immigration quotas. We're going to drop that down by another 2,000. And we're going to go ahead and deport more illegal immigrants. All right, let's check industry. Um, do I really want to help the auto industry? And maybe later on we'll deal with some of that.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informer. Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity.
All right, so have two power plants there. All right, so we have the Hyperloop from DC to Philadelphia, and then from Philadelphia to New York City. So we're going to do another Hyperloop from New York City to Boston. All right, so far that's going to be 4.9 billion. Um, 15 months. Let's go for 10. All right, so we'll do that.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity.
All right.
Although your economy is among the healthiest, your solvency may not be safe from depreciation. So we would like to reiterate our confidence in you while recommending vigilance. Although your economy is among the healthiest, your solvency may not be safe.
All right, so that's a glitch. That should actually be from New York to Boston.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity.
All right, so let's check housing. All right, so we can do another 100,000. And this should actually help. That should help with housing and poverty. Let's check our crime rate. All right, crime has gone down a little over 1%, closer to 2%. All right, debt. We can still work on that.
This theory is undeniably gaining popularity on social media.
All right, let's go to justice. We could use more prisons. So we're going to go with 300. And then we're going to go to immigration also. And we need more detention centers. So let's go with 500 more detention centers. And as you can see, our unemployment has dropped down some more. All right, let's go to Secret Service and let's go to social media. All right, so we're going to address that.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
You know full well that in our services, the empathy curve usually stays close to zero. However, I have placed my agents under surveillance, and I can assure you that after what you've done for them, you're in the good books of 98.7% of the staff. I would still be careful, though, to ensure this emotional disruption doesn't get out of hand. In the field, an emotional agent is a dead agent.
All right, so what else do we have to do? Now, eventually, I'm going to do a Hyperloop from Chicago to Detroit. Let's see, how many people are Indianapolis, Columbus? All right. Pittsburgh is not that many. About Cincinnati? Nope. All right, so I make out better going from Columbus to Detroit and from Chicago. Let's see. St. Louis. Maybe Indianapolis? Yeah. So we could do a Hyperloop from Chicago to Indianapolis also, but that's going to
Our
be
governmental
sometime in the
cell
future.
informed me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informer.
Let's look at inflation. Is that starting to go up? Yes, it is. So let's go to taxation. And actually, let's look at something else first. Okay, the poverty level. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to make things better for seniors. So we're going to increase, no, not by that much. Let's see, 85. Will that pass? Alright, so let's go with 4. Alright, so that's 50%. So let's do this. So we're going to do a cost of living increase. And yeah, let's do 2026. We're going to confirm that. So we're bringing in almost 15 billion. And let's go to senior pensions. Change in minimum retirement pension. All right. So that's just below a little bit from what we're bringing in. And that should help with the poverty level. Let's go to immigration again, and let's adjust the quota. We're going to change that by another 2,000.
You're really peachy keen. And I tell you that I keep harping on to my great-great-grandchildren about it. It's true. You're the creme de la creme.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to start really concentrating on Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. So let's go to our Secret Service and let's check our agents. Alright, still have an operation in Libya also. So we're going to need to hire, we're going to hire 100 more agents. That's going to cost us about 80, a little over 80.5 million.
This theory is spreading and attracting new followers. The media has...
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity.
Alright, let's check inflation. Alright, let's go to taxation. Alright, so will they allow me to increase this? All right, 73%. All right, let's go ahead with that. All right, tobacco, we can raise that up by 5. All right, entering the country, we can raise that to $40 per person, and adult film, raise that by another 5%.
According to their analysis, our services believe that this conspiracy theory no longer interests the population.
No, we're not going to take out another leader.
The decree takes effect as of today.
All right, unemployment is finally under 4% for the first time. And growth is a little over 2%, so that's good. That's what we want. Inflation is starting to level out. All right, let's take a look at industry. So we want to look at water networks. Okay. May have to do more investing in that. And we're going to raise that to 40 billion.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
The preparations are complete. The whole
All right, media. All right, so let's deal with the high-speed internet. And how much is that going to be if we raise that to 60%? 4 months. And our budget deficit is dropping.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Okay, let's go to agriculture again. All right, we don't produce enough rice. So how much? All right, so we're just going to do a $2 billion investment. I hate when this game does that. So we're spending $2 billion on
The bill
rice.
has been voted on and the law has been passed.
All right, our budget deficit.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
So let's see, there's something else I can do. Production tax. Let's see, how likely is that to pass? Really? All right, not ready for that yet. All right, tax on industrial pollution. Yeah, we're gonna cut that. And that should help with employment.
Your conservative management combined with growth prospects reflect a stability that gives us confidence in your solvency and in your leadership. We trust you. Although your economy is
This theory is spreading and attracting new followers. The media has widely covered the subject.
All right, so I think I'm going to end this episode. We brought down the deficit and unemployment. So again, thank you for the support. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you soon. Thanks again.